Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And it's another new number one that maybe you could have read later in the week last week because they decided to release it after holding it at comic shops. And that was Star Wars Obi-Wan and Anakin issue number 1. That's right, guys. Now, a lot of Star Wars fans are probably anxiously awaiting this book to see the journey of the young Anakin Skywalker. This book seems to take place between episodes 1 and 2. And we get to see when Anakin first wields the lightsaber, how he does his training, and things like that. So it's a very interesting book. This book is written by Charles Soule. And the artwork is done by Marco Cicchetto. I like the artwork in this book. It does the galaxy really nice. You get to see the planet and the system surrounding it. They come to this very snow-like system. Trying to remember what it was actually called Carnelian 4. That was the system that they were in, and then they went below the Selden Sea, the world that it was, how it was this world that was all destroyed. These people fought each other, and then no one was left. At least that's what they thought at first. Here we get to see some of the facials with Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan, and we can see Obi-Wan at times. I think he looks a little bit younger here than he does when they show him in a flashback situation, where here he looks a little bit older. So where maybe it could have been a little bit reversed. So it's hard to kind of tell his age. But overall, I thought the artwork was good. You get to see Palpatine in this issue and Mace Windu, which was really nice. And colorings were good, and it kind of fit that tone of the book. So it was really nice to see the artwork in here. So, yeah, really good. So what was the actual story about? In this issue, we find out that Anakin and Obi-Wan, they wind up getting this distress call. They go to Carnelian 4. Based off of what was going on in the atmosphere of the planet, their spaceships wound up crashing. So they're kind of right now stranded on the planet. However, it's not going to deter them from their mission. They're actually going to try and rescue whoever it was that they rescued. So basically, we get to see some interesting dialogue from Anakin Skywalker, as you get to see that he is different in his thought process. And a lot of it, they think, has to do with Anakin learning to be a Jedi a little bit later in his life. And he thinks that the system is not quite right, that it's not the way that it should be. And that he said that one day that he may want to leave the Order. So just as a battle was about to happen, Obi-Wan hands him his lightsaber. And what the book does really well is it gives a really great flashback. And I found myself more interested in the flashback portion of this book than I did in like this main story. And as you get to see Anakin, how he's actually training with a droid bot, and some of the other Jedi apprentices are watching him. And above head, you get to see Obi-Wan and the Chancellor and Windu watching him on how he's fighting this droid. And the thing is he modified his training droid to be like Darth Maul, because he realized what happened when Obi-Wan was fighting Darth Maul. So I thought that was pretty neat. And Chancellor Palpatine right away is getting that glimmer in his eye, like, ooh, this could be my next my Sith, and you can see him. He's like, come now, my Jedi friends, a boy of his age altering a training droid in this way, simply to impress his teachers, I would say that is more unexpected. He goes, I would call it. And then he goes, the famous word that Darth Vader always says, and he goes, impressive. So he's watching him and do this training, and he's doing real well. And some of the Jedi apprentices are making fun of him, going, oh, he's working on all emotions, and he won't be a good Jedi. And Anakin, he overhears him, and he sits there, and he right away uses the Force to get the lightsabers out of their hands, and he goes, show me what emotion you're feeling now. So it's totally uncalled for, but Palpatine's like all over this, and it was awesome, So I can hear him now just in his Palpatine voice, you know. And he's like, "Why young Skywalker is a Jedi, he is not the Jedi under them." So, you know, I can just see his voice, which is awesome. So then it goes back to the whole situation that these two weird ships are doing battle against each other, and what happens is the ship comes crumbling down. They use the Force to save the ship, and then we come across some new characters here, and one's name is Kalora, and the other one is her name is Mother, some kind of mother. But what happens is they introduce Mother Pran is her name, and they introduce themselves. They're like, "We're the Jedi. We're here to help." And this Pran says, "Well, what in the blue blazes hell is a Jedi?" And she's drawn really nice. She's got some cool pistols there and whatnot. So this was a good issue. I liked it. I liked it a lot better in the flashback episode because it stayed more true to finding out who Anakin was and how he's training and things like that. And, you know, different situations that he faced, you know, how it kind of leads him a little bit over to that dark side or whatnot. So I like those situations, and I'm sure we'll get more of those flashbacks as this story continues. So I really like this book. I thought it was a well done book. I'm going to give this one a 4 1/4, 5 stars. It was a quick read, and I wanted something more out of it. It just kind of, you know, had them a lot just standing around at one time, but it's an introduction to this series. It's a setup, and we're going to see where this one goes. So 4 1/4 out of 5 stars. So guys, tell me what you thought of Star Wars Obi-Wan and Anakin issue number 1. And fans, until that next comic book review, you can check out Comic Book Corner Old School. That's the new YouTube channel that I just opened up on the new year, where I review classic comic books, old school comic books. And also you can check out my group channel called Comic Frontline. So fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And again, until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spiderslayer signing off. Take care, guys. See you real soon. Bye.